I'm Kathy, and we're so glad you're doing these devotionals with us. This morning, we're reading from the Message version of Matthew 13. God's kingdom is like a farmer who planted good seed in his field. That night, while his hired men were asleep, his enemy sowed thistles all through the wheat and slipped away before dawn. When the first green shoots appeared and the grain began to form, the thistles showed up too. The farmhand came to the farmer and said, "Master, that was clean seed you planted, wasn't it? Where did these thistles come from?" He answered, "Some enemy did this." The farmhands asked, "Should we weed out the thistles?" He said, "No, if you weed out the thistles, you'll pull up the wheat too. Let them grow together until harvest time. Then I'll instruct the harvesters to pull up the thistles and tie them in bundles for the fire. Then gather the wheat and put it in the barn." One thing I think worth considering is how much time we often spend worrying about the weeds in our midst. How many books are written and how much conversation goes into trying to make sure we know who is us and who is them. And then with that, there is so much anxiety. How many activities and enrichment could we add to our lives if we spent that time leaning into grace and goodness of Jesus instead? Instead of worrying, this parable encourages us to realize that dividing the crop between weeds and wheat is the job of the field owner. He will take care of it. This allows us to be free from that anxiety and that worry, and instead focus on being the best wheat we can be. I hope that this week you really think about where your mind goes and how it would benefit you to retrain your mind to focus on whatever is good, pure, lovely, whatever is worthy of acclaim. Don't worry about the weeds. Be the wheat. Blessings today.